Ainsley and Angela from Landman seem to be a polarizing topic for a lot of people these days. I have seen people hating how over-sexualized they are, saying that they are too ditzy. Taylor Sheridan doesn't know how to write women. It's insulting. And while I understand these points of view and see and notice that these characters are overdone and stereotypical, I also think that's the entire point of the characters. In my mind, Angela, and in particular Ainsley, are meant to be mirrors and pressure points for the entire series and for Tommy particularly. They're also supposed to be, on some level, comedic relief. I view them as the visual representation of the emotional cost of the oil business. They reflect the consequences and chronic uncertainty the families of all oil workers feel, and they illuminate the results or consequences of the emotional abandonment, expectation, and weight put on all of these families. Ainsley in particular has grown up in instability her entire life. She's also grown up watching her mother flaunt her body, be overly dramatic to get attention, and whatever it is that she wants in those moments. That is quite literally all that she knows. When do we see Tommy paying the most attention to Angela? When she's causing some sort of chaos, when she cooks this extravagant meal and acts crazy, and then finally gets a reaction and physical attention from Tommy. Tommy never reacts to or shows emotion to anything besides that type of behavior. Ainsley grew up seeing this and therefore mimics it in both the way that she acts towards Tommy and to the other male relationships in her life. That again is all she knows. That is why she says these completely outlandish and ridiculous things, some with even sexual undertones, to her own father, because she learned that and she's emulating what she has seen her mother do and knows that this will get her attention, even if it's negative. On that same note, while Ainsley is of course learning from Angela and acting like her, you can't ignore how much she emulates Tommy in her behaviors. Ainsley and Tommy survive by acting tougher than they feel. They both weaponize attitude so that they don't have to admit any kind of vulnerability. Ainsley doesn't have Tommy's vocabulary or his authority, so her stress comes out in ways that are defiance, apathy, emotional shutdown, or looking for attention. I also think that underneath all of it, she's actually very kind. She's just lost, and it's quite sad. She's extremely beautiful on the outside, and to everyone else, the perception of her is that she has this perfect life. But all she really wants is genuine love and connection, and she's constantly searching for that. To that point, both her and Angela, and even to some degree Cooper, are the emotional reckoning and the moral counterweight for Tommy, or any of the families really. And you have to make them these almost ridiculous characters to draw the point home that they are the way that they are because of the life that Tommy has chosen, and that Angela chooses him over and over and over again, even though it is the worst thing for her children. Again, I say all of this and I understand why people feel like it's over the top, and I don't disagree, but I also think it's meant to be polarizing and meant to piss us off so that one, we are talking about it, and two, so that it can highlight all of the consequences of the oil business. That's kind of the point of the whole show.